Hi, this is Calvin Lee, and you're watching Strike TV.
Hey, Angela here with Strike TV. This talented artist that's on this show today, he grew up in a small working community in Arkansas. He was raised on his family farm, and he started singing in church. And he's keeping traditional music alive. Mr. Calvin Lee, welcome to Strike TV.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I am so excited to have you on the program today. You've got great music that you put out. You've got a lot of history behind you.
Yes,
So
I
you
do.
started singing in church. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I was, at this small town, Earl, Arkansas, a little small church sitting out in the middle of nowhere. And we didn't have a lot of members, at the time. And over the years, of course, it, gradually more came. But, you know, uh, I got in the choir
Mhm.
and I just started singing in the choir there. And we would, practice on Wednesday nights sometime. Of course, I used to sing around the house all the time, and my mother, knew that I had a voice, and she was the one actually inspired me to do it. She said you should get in the choir, because I was sitting around here listening to the boys out of Memphis, listening to Johnny Cash and Elvis and all of them, and I would just just get me a broom and just imitate Elvis all the time while my sister chased me through the house. You
No,
know,
that
she
is
said, "Get out of here." She said, "Get out of here with that, with that business." Mama, he's acting like Elvis again. But anyway, so but my mom liked my voice. She said she would always say, "Well, let him sing," and I would, sing, and then like I said, I ended up going to church there, and so I finally got up there. It took some nerve to get in the choir because I was shy,
Mhm.
and but I finally got up there, and then the choir teacher, she kind of helped me along with a few things, and next thing you know, I'm sitting there singing some gospel stuff. And that led to
But
listening to other music, on the radio, that my dad used to listen to in his old station wagon. And I just found a love of that type of gospel and country music. So, and that's what I decided that I wanted to do, during junior high school, clean up to senior high school. And I started, getting in like a lot of the talent stuff around Earl. So,
so as far with your mom, with her being the big inspiration, so I know she played that record player like all the time, and that's where you heard the Elvis Presley as well. All the
yeah,
good guys on the yeah. That's
over and over again. And,
that's so neat.
you know, Yeah, yeah. We see she would just Elvis was one of her favorites, and she also liked, some a lot of some R&B stuff, like, she was a big she liked Jackie Wilson was one of her favorite singing. David Ruffin was one of hers. And of course, Johnny Cash, the man in black, so
Right?
whenever he would come on television, she would tell everybody, "Be quiet or just leave the room. My boyfriend is on right now, and I don't want to be disturbed."
That's cute.
And that was Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got a little Johnny Cash. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Everything since then. Then Aaron Neville, he came along and started,
Yeah.
singing with the Neville brothers.
Yep.
And I was used to always love his performance whenever he was come on some of the television, shows back in the day.
Right.
He had a very distinctive voice. But yeah, Aaron Neville, and he was another one that we used to watch back home, coming up.
Wow. Well,
All
hey, tell
that.
us. I know your musical journey started way, way before you were born. Tell us a little bit
Hmm.
about your great uncle.
Yeah, my great uncle, his name is James Cotton,
Mhm.
and James Cotton used to travel with Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters and all of them back in the day. And then the early, as it back in the '70s, I think he actually played a little bit with Johnny Taylor right before he passed away. And but yeah, so he used to come by on the for holidays, and every time he would release an album, he would bring an album by and give my mom, here at the
Oh
house. He would
wow.
spend a little time with us here and take some Christmas cake back home with it, you know.
Wow.
Um, but yeah, James Cotton was a
Hmm.
harmonica player. He was an amazing, guy.
Yep.
Just
Very
yes,
talented.
those guys was born and raised right in the middle of a cotton field, man. Right, right out in
Wow.
Arkansas, and my relatives stretch out from Arkansas to Mississippi. Just right around the Delta area here. So.
Mm, mm. And
Mhm.
look at you now. I mean, now you left Arkansas. You attended Lamar University in Beaumont.
Hmm.
So you
Yes.
kind of played at different festivals, and so who were some of the artists that you actually played alongside with?
Well, I was there with there, Mark Chestnut and Tracy Barrett and all those guys. It was before they, made it big. And there was a few rice festivals and stuff in the area. So I've got to get on stage there with some of the band members right in the local area there. It was kind of hard for like trying to put a band together. So what I would do is only having just me and just two of us, it'd be me and the guitar player. So
Right.
we would get there and just talk to some of the other guys that after their show and and borrow their drummer, and bass player and stuff like that. So sometime I got on stage with just it was just a guitar or and just one or two instruments, but back then, trying to get in there and do what you do, you just had to do what you can just to get in there, just to be known and and stuff like that. So,
Well, yeah.
but yeah, Southeast Texas was it was just one of those places whenever they would have something, just show up early and start talking to some of the musicians there, and then next thing you know,
Right.
you got a whole band for your show, but you can't take them home with you. you
I
know?
know you're like, darn, right?
Right. Right.
Mm.
I mean, I work in the chemical plants during the day as a pipe fitter, and I did a lot of that type of work around there. And then at night, those are some of the local bars, like photos around Beaumont and stuff that we used to
Yeah.
play right in the Beaumont area, Southeast Texas area there. Yeah,
My America, and you actually recorded that with Heidi and Keith from Trick Pony. Tell us a
yeah.
little bit about that. I bet that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun recording that with especially Heidi. Heidi just has so much energy. She's a very, very beautiful person, very beautiful heart. And with her personality, me coming in the studio with them, knowing, they were stars and all that stuff, I was a bit on the edge with a little bit of I guess I'm not gonna say like a shyness, but dealing with them, I didn't get to like the starstruck thing like right off, but I had butterflies in my stomach
Right.
because she was just very determined and consistent for for us to get this duet right that we were working on there,
Yep.
the song My
Perfectionist.
American. And she's
Yeah.
yeah, she and but her experience was really perfect, for me. And then of course Keith, but yeah, so she just she worked with me a couple of times on the harmony, on the pitch until we got the song right, and immediately when we got it right, she looked over me in the studio, Calvin, you got it. I said, thank you. yeah, yeah. So
Oh,
Heidi, we was actually at the studio about 6 hours, but we didn't record the whole 6 hours. But we was basically just sitting there, me and the musicians, and listen to the stories that she was sitting there. When she started talking, she'll sit you still. I mean, you just be sitting there listening to her.
right.
You know,
Oh my goodness. Man,
yeah.
that would have been fun to have like a camera behind the scenes. Getting all the
Yes,
stories.
yes, of course.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Wow.
Now out there on the internet there we have the making of My America,
Hmm.
which it's right along with the My America the single that we released back right then. But you can actually see us in the studio and just having fun and talking about how we actually created the whole song and the whole vibe going on with the song and everything.
We'll have to grab that. We'll have to talk to Craig about that. See
Yeah,
if we can
yeah.
get that. Because I know right now we got your current release, Watching Me.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yes.
what inspired you to release this single?
Well, the song "Watching Me," um, I was looking for something a little bit, different this time. Anthony Smith, which is He was a songwriter on it. Frank Ray and Jerry Bushy, those guys wrote it. Just it's a father and daughter song, basically, is what it is.
Yes.
It's just
Yes.
a father and talking about, the love of his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And I was more like out there, like in Nashville, and I was knocking on doors, trying to get to where I am now. This was, back in the day. And you have to spend a lot of time out there sometime. And then, and if you have a family, it's hard on the family
Yeah.
when you're, trying to make it, in the business. And I would say, a lot of times I was out of town and I missed some birthdays, here and there, but I would always call and wish the happy birthday here and there just by being on the road.
Right.
So this song it just kind of like caught me knowing that, like I've been through,
Mm-hmm.
so when we shot the video pretty much explains a little bit about,
Yes.
just me, just drinking, hanging out and, you know, uh, it's
Mm-hmm.
just that Nashville scene, not just Nashville, but anywhere you're out, you're always going to be out there. You out there, you're searching for this, you're searching for musicians, you're looking for songwriters. You'll stop here at this bar, maybe have your martini or something or a beer. You go to the next one, you ask
Yep.
questions here and there. So it all kind of like tied into what I've been through,
Right.
coming up, trying to get to where I am now. And when that song came to me, it just reminded me, and that's really so. As you look at the video, you will basically just see exactly how the video expresses, the song.
I love
So,
it. I love the video.
oh,
I love
well,
it.
thank
Because
you so
I'm a
much.
daddy's girl. I'm still a daddy's girl. And it
Absolutely,
touched me. It touched me.
yeah,
The line in that song, because I got more than the good Lord watching me.
yes,
I
yes.
I love it. I just
Thank you.
it's
That's one of
true.
my favorite
It's
ones
true.
too. Yeah, yeah.
Very
So,
true.
and even though things, not like it started out, but it's never too late to this, be involved in your kid's life and, just, it's just never too late to do that,
It's never
and that's how
too
I see
late.
it.
No, you were
Never too
definitely
late.
right, Calvin. Yes,
It's never too late.
never
Never
too
too
late.
late.
Well, hey,
Hmm.
I've got to brag about Craig with Arista Media because he's getting you
Hmm.
out there. And this video needs to be seen. It needs to be seen by a lot of people, you know.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
but he's doing a great job. You're doing
It
a
is.
great
It
job.
is. Thank you.
I'm so thankful that I got to sit
Mhm.
down and talk with you on
Mhm.
Straight TV. You're a good
Yeah.
guy. You're a great guy.
I'm so happy that I got to meet you. You just such a, I can just tell by just your vibes in the whole nine, man. You just,
Well,
you're really a beautiful
we're
person yourself.
well, thank you. Yeah, we're happy people. My husband
Hmm.
Tommy, he's got an internet radio, Texas Best
Okay.
Country. So we do that along
Yes.
with Strike TV that we've had 15 years, or well, almost 15 years now. And
Wonderful.
yeah, I mean it's great.
Wonderful.
It's wonderful. We're loving
Hey,
it. We love the people, and
that's
so
all right.
tell everybody where they can get your merch, find out where you're touring at, like websites, social media.
Mhm. Yes, you can. I'm at Calvin Lee Music. You can go to Calvin Lee Music and pull me up. On Instagram, I'm at Calvin L Country, and I'm also on all the major streams. So you can stream me on Apple on all the major streams. Just Google Calvin Lee Music, and that's where my music is at.
Sounds good, Calvin. Well,
Mhm.
thanks
Thank
so
you.
much, Calvin Lee, Strike TV. Angela here.